Hello everyone, welcome to GamesRadar's trailer analysis for Monolith Soft's next game. Its name hasn't been released just yet, but it's very obviously the next addition to the Xeno franchise. If you haven't seen the full trailer, you should probably remedy that right away, as we'll be stopping the footage a lot and using a bit of slow motion so you can see everything there is to see. Let's get started. Here we see the dude who is likely the game's main character. Notice his black hair. If this ends up being a sequel to Xenoblade Chronicles, it doesn't look like Shulk will be a returning lead, unless he decided to dye his hair for funsies. Also notice how gorgeous this game looks on the Wii U. Kuniko Tanaka will be handling character design for this game. This is the guy who designed characters for Xenogears and Episode 1 of the Xenosaga series, though he'd been noticeably absent from Episodes 2 and 3, as well as Xenoblade Chronicles. Here we get our first look at the game's user interface, which looks like a cleaner version of the one introduced in Xenoblade Chronicles. As shown in the upper left corner of the screen, it appears you can have up to 3 additional party members in your group. In the upper right, you can see a 24-hour clock and a radar, both of which were present in Xenoblade. Before we move on, let's examine the box on the left side of the screen. This is a chat interface, in which players are greeting one another and exchanging pleasantries. Our guess is this game will feature online cooperative play, probably similar to that of Monster Hunter. And this is the first time we see any additional party members. Notice they all have firearms equipped. The main character also initiates combat as it was done in Xenoblade, and that is one big dinosaur thing. Now on to the battle system. As in Xenoblade, it appears you must activate special abilities in between auto attacks. Notice the triangular icon in the center of the battle palette. This same icon existed in Xenoblade, and it allowed you to perform chain attacks, combining strikes from each member of your party. But wait, let's rewind a bit. You can see a character assisting the fight against this dino beast off to the left. That character seems unnaturally far away for an AI-controlled NPC. Again, this is likely showcasing how cooperative component might work. The game is scored by Hiroyuki Sawano, an anime and TV composer. We're not sure if he's replacing Yasunori Mitsuda and Yoko Shimomura, or working in collaboration with both or one of them. It'd be a shame if those two storied composers were dropped from the franchise. Here we can see the main character switching between his sword and a gun. Notice, however, that his combat abilities do not change, suggesting that either they work for both weapons, or some are specific to ranged and melee abilities. It looks like you can target different parts of an enemy's body. At the very least, you can dismember chunks of them once they take enough damage. Maybe a giant hand cannon isn't the best way to take on an enemy mech. This is presumably a healing or buff spell, and because it's being fired with a gun, it looks an awful lot like Charlotte's ether spells from Xenoblade. Oh, awesome! A giant mech, which you can pilot! This harkens back to Xenogears and Xenosaga. Check out the upper right corner of the screen. Mechs in this game are apparently called dolls, and they use fuel as a resource. Also, you can traverse the world in a doll, which is awesome. Doll combat will likely be a big part of the game, including aerial battles. Notice that your fuel reserves dwindle as you attack. Now this is interesting. It looks like there will be some over-the-shoulder third-person shooting segments. You can drive around in this sweet-looking motorcycle, except it's not just a motorcycle, it's your doll, which can transform, and it can do so without even skipping a beat. This is very obviously Shulk, suggesting that this game could be related to Xenoblade Chronicles, which doesn't really come as a surprise considering Tetsuya Takahashi is returning as the executive director. Then comes the red X, the symbol of the Xeno series. That's it for GamesRadar's trailer breakdown of Monolith Soft's upcoming RPG for the Wii U. Be sure to subscribe to GamesRadar on YouTube, like the video, and check out GamesRadar.com for more gaming news.